On the show tonight, we've got some real characters. The Greatest Showman, Adonis Creed, Jim's dad from American Pie, Gordon Gekko, and Ant-Man. All this and your actual Dame Judi Dench. Say the words, Judi.
Let's start the show.
Welcome to the show. Oh, we've got a great show for you tonight. I tell you, I couldn't be more excited if I was Rishi Sunak watching the lunchtime news about Nicola Sturgeon. Yes! I must ask you, did you all have a lovely Valentine's Day? Oh, I hope you have some nice Valentine's food. You know, perhaps oysters. Oh, feed your partner half a dozen of those and they'll soon be desperate to go upstairs. Now, did you see this Valentine's story? A shop in London was selling a bunch of roses for £200. £200! You think, who wants sex so badly they're going to pay that much for some flowers? Let's get some guests on! Later, the stars of the new Ant-Man film will be dropping by. That's Paul Rudd and the legendary Michael Douglas. I know. And we'll have music from pop superstar Pink, everybody. Yes. But first, this comedy great has starred in American Pie, Splash, Best in Show, and the global television hit Schitt's Creek. Welcome for the very first time, Eugene Levy! Taking over Hollywood now, back in the ring for Creed 3. Please welcome Mr. Michael B. Jordan! Hello, sir. Lovely to see you. Michael. He's the Grammy, Emmy, and Tony Award-winning star of The Greatest Showman, Les Miserables, and X-Men. It's the one and only Hugh Jackman! And this star of stage and screen is a BAFTA, Golden Globe and Oscar winner, and we couldn't love her any more than we do. Please welcome Dame Judi Dench! Hello, Judi Dench. There's a step, and a step, and a step. There we go. Have a seat, dude. Have a seat. Have a seat. There's your cushion there. You're all good. Quite a couch, I think you'll agree. That's not bad. So, no, shove up, Eugene. Shove up. Right. Yeah. Sit close. Sit close.
I see.
You're good. You're good. Dame Judi Dench, do you know everyone on the couch?
Well, I do now.
Oh, good.
We've had a bit of a hug back here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes. It was a warm hug.
Hugs were flowing.
But you've met Hugh Jackman before, I think.
We did.
Oh, we met.
Oh, we did.
Oh, we met.
We did once.
Once. You only remember once?
Is that all I remember?
Yeah, there's many more times,
Was it a
Judi.
fortnight?
It was at least a fortnight.
No, you met in a corridor, didn't you?
We did meet in a corridor. Total strangers, and we had a great kiss.
Ooh.
Yeah. People are very, very envious. We've had another one just now, so I've had 2 kisses.
Wow, and the night is young,
Yes,
Judi.
and the night
is young.
Keep drinking. See you guys.
And actually, but Hugh Jackman, you nearly worked with Dame Judi, didn't you?
Oh, yes. Well, no. I wish I had worked with Dame Judi on anything and everything, but there was a point where my agent rang me and said, are you interested in playing Bond? Not that it was an offer for Bond. Of course, I didn't know that you were playing M at the time, but it was one of those things where I have since found out when I was being asked if I was interested, about 8 other actors were being asked at the same time.
OK.
including Daniel Craig. So there we go. And he killed it.
And
I was approached to play Bond.
where are you?
He was in that one.
Not James Bond. And it's funny being on, I gotta say, being on the show with Hugh, because I've been compared to Hugh Jackman so many times. You know, the difference between us really is professionalism. I have very little.
Michael B. Jordan.
What's up?
I didn't realise. So your name is a kind of directly connected to your dad.
Yeah, I'm not a junior because our middle names are different. My dad is Michael A. Jordan. I'm Michael B. So
Isn't that cute? Yeah.
cool.
by chance, I think. I don't know if that was intentional.
Oh, it must have been.
I'll call him and ask right after the show. I've never really thought about it like that until just now. It's actually a little weird.
Yeah. Oh, I just assumed if you had a son, he'd be Michael C.
I can't
and
do
on
that
down
to
the
him.
line.
I think I'm breaking the cycle now. I gotta give him something else. I'm not gonna name him Michael. I can't do it.
And Eugene Levy, I think a lot of people know you and love you from Schitt's Creek. And is it true? Because now, you know, it's a success, so everybody knows it as Schitt's Creek. But when it started, there was some resistance to that name.
A little. Yeah. The broadcaster, you know, loved the idea of the show and loved the show, and then they finally got to, now let's talk about the title. And we had to tell them, quite honestly, there are shits all over the world. You know, we had to tell them, look in a phone book, and you're going to find shit as a name. It's S30E18. It's a legitimate name, I believe, Irish derivation.
Don't blame us.
And they tried to change it. They tried to say, what about, you know, without a paddle?
Have the same ring to it.
Does not have the same ring. So that's what happened.
And
that was
the
good.
perfect name, and the rest is history, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We've got such a busy show tonight, so let's get going. We're going to start with Dame Judi's new film, Hallelujah. It's in cinemas from the 17th of March. So this is a lovely play. It's based on an Alan Bennett play.
It is.
Who do you play? What can you tell us about the story?
I play somebody called Mary Moss, who's a kind of... I think she was a librarian. She sits on her bed all day, does the Times crossword, and fancies her doctor. Played by Bally Gill. Not a difficult thing to act. So that's really all I do.
And Jennifer Saunders, we saw there, is...
And Jennifer Saunders...
But it's a very different role for her. It's not a... I mean, there are laughs, but it's not a full-out comedy.
It isn't. It's got a surprise or two in it.
Yes.
Which I'm not going to tell you about.
No, please don't.
But wonderful it was. And Julia Mackenzie and, oh, a whole crowd of people. It was heaven to do.
And on one level, it's a story, but on another level, it's also a big cheer for the NHS.
It certainly is. And we need to be reminded, I think, don't we, now?
Yeah.
I think it comes out at a very good time.
We'll tell you what, we've got a clip. This as you, as Mary, getting to grips with technology.
Has it got a mouse?
You don't need a mouse, Mary. Everything is operated via the touch screen. Now, swipe on the icon like we did before, with greater gentleness, as though you've seen a speck of dust and wish to brush it away. You put us all out of a job.
I said that to my computer the day they digitalised the library. I was at the forefront of modernisation. Well, what do you wish me to record?
Well, the filmmakers say they simply want your point of view. For you to record what you see, to tell them what your life is like.
I could tell you something about that chair, only I won't.
Such an Alan Bennett line. That's Bally Gill there, and that iPad becomes sort of crucial to the plot.
It does. It does. She gets up... Well, she doesn't get up to no good. She gets up to quite a lot of good. But yes, it's very much to do with the plot and what it unfolds.
Yeah. And because it's an Alan Bennett, it's his words. Presumably they're quite precious. And I heard you in an interview talking about how learning lines has become harder for you now.
It's become impossible. It's become absolutely impossible, Graham, because I can't see now. I can't read or anything. Now, normally, somebody could just teach you the lines, and goodness knows that's happened before.
Yeah.
But now I've just found I have a photographic memory, so I need to know where the line is. So I've got to find the machine that teaches me the lines, but also says this is at the top of page 17 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or so that I get, you know.
So prior to this, learning lines was very easy for you.
Yes, used to be.
Yeah.
Not so easy now. But I'll find a way.
Can you remember lines from other productions way
I
back?
could do the whole of Twelfth Night for you now.
Go on.
Or the whole of Midnight Mass.
Don't encourage her!
Don't stop me.
Like a runaway train. You asked you. And in the end of the movie, Alleluia, we hear the hymn, Alleluia, and you're in the choir.
Well, choir, I suppose so, yes.
You were in it.
Group of people singing.
Yes.
I don't think I go so far as saying choir.
But you're no stranger to musical theatre.
You're
No,
not.
no, but I mean, one of your big hits in the West End was when you were Sally Bowles in Cabaret.
Yeah?
There you are.
That was a while ago.
Oh. Yeah. I know.
Right.
I think it was the West End premiere of that.
It was. It
Yeah.
was. It was at the Palace Theatre. We had a most marvellous time.
No, it looks like you had a fabulous time.
It's like you can see I'm having a good time.
Well, you're having a better time here. That's some bottom.
Oh, yes. Yes, the trouble that we were at the Palace Theatre and the dressing room, my dressing room at the Palace Theatre, it was below ground with a bit of window at the top. You must know it, Greg.
Yeah.
With a bit of window at the top, so you hear everybody walking by. And I heard one person walking by very early on in the film. She said, I heard this woman saying, Judi Dench in a musical. No one will go to see that, dear. No one. As you're making up.
Can I tell a little story about Judi?
Oh, please do.
Yeah, which you can cut out later. But the first time we met was backstage at a Royal Command performance. I think it was Hey Mr. Producer. It was 1998 or something. I'd just come to London. I was doing Oklahoma, and I was going to sing a song from Oklahoma, and you were singing Send in the Clowns. There was a number of different performers, and I will never forget this. I was so nervous. I'm in London, Queen, the whole thing. Everyone's there. And as I came down the stairs, you were performing before me. As I came down the stairs, you were standing. The stage is right there. You were right next in the wing, and you were like this. You were going, why did I say yes? Why did I say yes? Why did I say And you were muttering and muttering. And I said, Judi, you're like, what? I said, you're amazing. I saw you at the dress rehearsal. You were the best thing here. And she goes, really? I said, you're an incredible singer. She goes, oh, shut up. I can't sing. What did I think?
That's a great story. That's so sweet. But as actors, we need that encouragement. You know what I'm saying? And we support each other. You know, so when we see somebody that's locked in and they're in the zone, sometimes the right words could just like give them that edge they need. And that's beautiful.
That's right.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So it's also that thing, look, finding the fire alarm backstage just in case.
That works too.
Knowing where it is. Yeah. So Judi's film was Alleluia. Meanwhile, Hugh Jackman brings us, such a powerful drama. This is called The Sun. It's in cinemas from today. And this is a film written and directed by Florian Zeller, who we know because he wrote The Father. But now, this isn't a sequel, but it is a companion piece, would you describe it as?
Yeah, it's spiritually connected, it's thematically connected. He wrote 3 plays, The Father, The Son, The Mother. Wow. So he turned the first one, The Father, into a film. This is his second one. I'm not sure if he's doing The Mother. But, for example, Anthony Hopkins is in our movie and, of course, won the Oscar for The Father, but it's not the same character. Gotcha. So it's all around families facing a crisis. In the first one, it was a man with dementia, and the film really takes you inside the head of Anthony Hopkins' character and what it's like to have dementia.
That was an amazing movie.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
And extraordinary. And it was Florian's first his directorial debut, and he was incredible. And so this follow-up film, The Sun, is about a 17-year-old boy going through acute depression. And instead of being inside his head, it's really centred around the people caring for the son, the parents. I play the father who's now remarried, and so there's a stepmother and there's a baby. It's complicated. And it really, what Florian is able to do is make you feel what it's like to be in the shoes of those characters.
Yeah, no, he really does. And, I mean, you're stunning in it, but it's an amazing cast. Vanessa Kirby, our own Vanessa Kirby in it.
Yes, she's
Lord
amazing.
Dern.
Lord Dern,
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins. There's a young actor from Australia, actually, auditioned on Zoom. His name is Zen McGrath.
He's Australian.
He's an Aussie, and yeah, he just put... Well, yeah. Yeah, so it was an amazing cast. It was an amazing experience, and it's a film that I hope will start some conversations around mental health.
Love it.
Listen, I tell you what, we've got a clip. This is you and your son, played by the Australian Zen McGrath, and it's the two of you having a showdown.
Take back what you just said, Nicholas. Do you hear me? You take back what you just said. Now.
Asshole!
Me? An asshole? Me? Haven't I always done everything for you? I stayed with your mother for years for your sake. So why are you saying this? Why? Why? Tell me why. Is it because I fell in love with another woman? Is that my crime? How is that any of your business? I have the right to reinvent my life. Fuck, it's my life, you hear me? It is my life. I'm sorry, Nicholas. I don't know what just happened.
Yes. Take you back to the moment. Yes, powerful, brother. Powerful.
And it is very powerful, and clearly, you know, you're playing a character, but at the same time, you know, you're a dad.
Right.
Playing a dad. So did it inform this dad, or did that dad inform your home life?
I didn't go home and do that, just so you know. It changed me as a parent. I think the one thing, there's a line, a beautiful line in this play by one of the doctors when the boy ends up going to a psychiatric hospital, and we have this agonising decision of whether to leave him in or to take him out. The boy is desperate to come out. And the doctor's saying, love isn't enough. It's not always enough. And that's one of the most difficult things, I think, for a parent to hear, because you love that kid more than anyone. You are there for that kid. You know that kid more than anyone. But sometimes with really difficult mental health issues, you need help. You don't know what to do. You need professionals. And I think that's one of the things I've taken away from this. As a parent, it's okay not to know. It's okay to say, I don't know. It's okay to be open with your kids, to be vulnerable. I used to think that they probably wanted surety from me, strength. They don't want to see me vulnerable. I now share with them things that I wouldn't have done before, and hopefully I'm not, you know, a boring dad doing it, but I think they appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm right, in the middle of all of this, then you lost your own dad.
Yeah, my father passed away during filming. It was a very emotional time, and I'm so grateful to, first of all, my family were there. We're in a COVID bubble, so thank goodness I had my family with me.
Yeah.
The director, Florian, but every single member of that crew and cast, because when you go through something like that and you're doing a film that is that intense, you just can't do it alone. You can't. You need to lean on people, and I had people there, and I did, and so I'm very grateful for it.
Yeah. Brandon, you should be so proud of this film because you are so good in it. It's such a powerful film. It's called The Sun Is Out Today, starring Hugh Jackman, everybody. Very good. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna drink.
Yes. You break the drink. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
You didn't know it's just there in this life.
I
There
know.
we go.
It's life.
Boy.
It is.
Yeah.
It's all there. Michael B. Jordan brings us a very different movie. Adonis Creed returns in Creed 3. This is out in cinemas on March the 3rd. And here's just a taste of what to expect.
Ooh, wow.
Damien's fighting the world and he's trying to hurt people.
I vouch for you. You think you mad? Try spending half your life in a cell, watching somebody else live your life. I'm coming for everything. You threatening me?
Something is going on with you.
Damien was like family. Now we past talking.
Then maybe you just have to find him.
I need you to let go of your fear.
Let go of the guilt. Let go of whatever was and walk into what is.
I feel those chains are breaking, yeah. I fear God, I don't fear death. I see those stripes and take a step.
That is Creed 3. Don't make him mad, Eugene. No.
One difference between us.
But here's the thing. So Adonis Creed, when we last saw Adonis Creed on top of the world, why is he back? What drags him baim into the ring?
It's past. You know, how can we somehow make Adonis Creed an underdog again? You know, he has everything he wanted. He checked off all the boxes. He has the family. He has the, you know, he has the cars. He has the fame. He has the title. So, you know, one thing I want to explore with this movie is, you know, childhood trauma. You know, and how during those transformative years, how does that shape us as men today? You know, and just listening to you speak about, you know, parenting and how to do the right thing, and as a man, you know, what does toxic masculinity look like today? It doesn't make you any less of a man to speak about your feelings or something that happened to you in the past. So we wanted to kind of frame that around Adonis, you know, and in the form of his childhood best friend that went through some, you know, childhood trauma, you know, some shared experiences, and one went left and the other went right. And a lot of space in between. I'm trying to not spoil everything.
Yeah, dope.
And they end up having to meet 20 years later and has to face that best friend that he hasn't seen in over 20 years.
And you're not just starring in this, you're directing this one.
I am.
Which is, I mean, hats off to you.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that,
Because, you know, I'm sure directing any movie is difficult, but directing boxing sequences, that must be such a specific challenge.
It was, but funny enough, directing the boxing was the easiest thing, you know,
really?
Because it's something that I knew very well. It's a formula to it, you know, and yes, I wanted to take some creative swings because it's the 9th movie over the sagas, you know. You think about how many fights that we shot and how many, you know, boxing scenes and, you know, and punches. I had to lean on my love of Japanese animation and the themes of that to kind of make this one creatively and visually look different. But you know, it's funny because if when you're directing yourself, you can somehow, in your performance, direct. So if I need you to look upstage and I know what the shot is, all I have to do is move upstage. I don't have to yell cut. I don't have to break the momentum. I can keep the flow, like that stage kind of presence that you know you have when you're doing theater. So I found if I did longer takes and I stayed in it longer and I could kind of adjust, I would be able to keep the tension without having to cut, run back to the monitors, you know what I'm saying, look for certain things. So yeah, it was kind of like a cheat code of sorts to be able to...
That's so much to have going on in your head.
We're a little nuts, a little bit. I think we're all a little off up here. but it was the challenge, you know, honestly, from, you know, acting for such a long time, I wanted to see how I could evolve. You know, I've seen it done before, you know, obviously been on set for a really long time, and I just want to challenge myself to see how I can grow.
And now part of being in a movie like this is you need to be in great shape. Clearly, you are in great shape. This is you in... Is it this month's Rolling Stone? I think this is you in this month's Rolling Stone.
Yes, that was after we finished shooting. Yeah,
wow. So this is like the before picture. This is like, yeah.
No, that's the what's left picture.
Judi just asked if we could swap seats.
Oh, my God. Keep on drinking. Keep on...
Leave me alone. But here's the thing. So in this movie, because I think often, you know, people have to get in shape for movies, but in this you have an opponent played by the mighty Jonathan Majors. How great is he?
He's incredible.
So when you got into the ring with him, presumably there's a bit of a, oh, he's got an 8-pack or look at his shoulders.
Yeah. It was crazy because when we first started, you know, training for this was over, you know, about 1.5 years ago, going on 2 years now, and he was in great shape then. I was like, man, we could shoot the movie right now. He's so competitive and such of a workhorse. He would be in the gym before me and he would leave after me. He was like one of the guys that he really like just lived into the gym, and it shows on screen.
It really does.
It really does.
And talking of getting in shape, Hugh Jackman, you're back being Wolverine.
Yep.
So presumably that means...
Sorry to cut you off. That is the blueprint for actors. Like, when we saw this, every actor wanted to mimic what he did. And listening to his diet and his workout regimen, this is the
This is CGI.
No. donuts and sugar right before you shoot. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Dehydrating yourself.
Yeah.
And that's where I got it
100%.
from.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I wasn't directly at the same time.
Yes. But I mean, so obviously there's a lot of gym work, but the diet is even worse in a way.
That's the thing I didn't realise. Bodybuilders will always say their body is 70% their diet and only 30% their training. Because I assumed it was all about pumping iron, but it's a science. The whole eating thing is a science, and I complain about it all day long. I'm in this thing right now where I'm eating 5,000 calories a day. I'm just loading, eating, and I'm complaining. And my wife's like, shut up. If you complain about eating, I'm going to kill you. But, yeah.
Sitting beside these two guys, I feel like they're a tuxedo and I'm a pair of brown shoes.
Oh, yeah. There's your brown shoe.
Right there.
Famous George Goebel line, but...
Can I tell you, I told my daughter that I was on the show with you, and she said, will you get him to say my 2 left feet line? Just when you said shoes. And I just thought, it's one of the greatest lines in movies from, do you remember it?
Best in Show.
Best in Show.
I can't dance, I've got 2 left feet.
It's a great dad.
Yeah.
Great dad.
Good dad. Good dad.
See you later.
Talking of iconic characters, Eugene Levy. Now, you have created some extraordinary comedy characters over the years. A lot of people know you as Jim's dad in American Pie.
Yes.
And, but you didn't want to do that. You said no to that.
Oh, I said no initially, yeah, because, you know, I read this, I got the script, and reading the script, you get to, you know, page 4, and, you know, somebody is masturbating into a glass of beer, and then somebody else unknowingly picks up the beer and then, you know, kind of drinks it, and then there's, and then 2 pages later, there's somebody kind of, you know, performing oral sex on a...
Can I just say, I can only apologise. I had no idea this is where he was going to go.
I'm building up to a point here. I didn't want to do it. I didn't even like the part the way it was written, Jim's dad, because it was kind of written as a nudge, nudge, wink, wink kind of thing with the dad trying to be friends, kind of a hip friend with his son. And I said, I don't want to play that. I think a dad should be the kind of dad that nobody wants to hang around with, right? when they're a kid, just a square dad trying to do the right thing. And so they allowed me to improvise, do all the scenes, take them out and improvise before we started shooting, before I committed to do it. And then I liked the way the improvisations were going. It was kind of turning out the way I wanted it to, so I said, okay. But that was it. Yeah, that was a...
Wow.
That was a tough one.
And it's, I mean, I think, it must be nearly 50 years now of creating amazing comedy characters. And finally, you are playing yourself. You're being yourself. Eugene Levy in the TV series The Reluctant Traveller. This is streaming on Apple TV Plus from the 24th of February, which is next Friday. So, Reluctant Traveller, where did The Reluctant Traveller go? Where did they take you?
Where did they take me? Took me all over the world. Like, this was a show that I got a call saying, you know, the Apple TV Plus wants you to host a travel show about exotic hotels around the world. And, you know, in the first second, I'm going, wow, I get this call? And, you know, they didn't know anything. What they didn't know was I'm not fond of traveling. I really don't love it, you know? I don't hate it. I just don't love it. It's like a pain, you know? It's getting through security at an airport and taking off your thing and your shoes and your belt and your thing and getting berated by security people, you know, who are never in a good mood. And no wonder. I mean, how many times a day can you say, take your shoes off? Take your shoes off. So by the time you get through that experience, I'm ready to go home. Yeah, we went all over. We did go all over the world, and
amazing place.
Yeah. The point of the show for me is trying things. It's just getting to the point where you try things. Go to the places you wouldn't necessarily have gone to. I wouldn't have booked Lapland to go on a vacation near the Arctic Circle because I don't have a very adventurous spirit. I'm not a curious person, which is one of the reasons I said no in the beginning. You've got the wrong person. I'm not an explorer.
Well, we've got a clip of you. This is you in Finland, and you are trying out something. You're trying out some ice fishing.
Oh, God.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. This must be little Lolo.
Taisto.
Taisto.
He's very anxious to start some fishing.
Well, I've never fished.
Never.
Never fished, no.
We're gonna test the really old-fashioned rod fishing and hope to get some perch. We have to make a hole. You wanna try?
Yeah? How's that?
Oh, no, sounds good.
Are you having a good time?
You're doing well.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry.
I wasn't expecting to manually drill through the ice. So it takes, you know, it takes a lot if you're not used to it.
You need some help?
No, I got it. For anybody with lesser capabilities, it might have been a chore, but, you know, it was kind of 1, 2, 3 for me.
Oh,
wow.
Ready. And then up. Good work. Over.
See? Tougher than I look.
Well done. Well, Eugene show is The Reluctant Traveller. It's on Apple TV+. But now, I hear it's time to meet our next guest. Hotfoot from the UK premiere of the latest Ant-Man blockbuster. Please welcome Paul Rudd and Michael Douglas. Hello, sir. Nice to see you. You too. Sorry, I need to get So, welcome, gentlemen. How was the premiere?
Well, it's kind of happening right now, isn't it?
We snuck out after it just started and everything.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy. They have a big press line, and there are people dressed up in costumes. It's like a Comic-Con, really.
Oh, wow.
But it was very exciting.
Are there people dressed up as your character, Michael?
Unfortunately, yes.
So the film, Ant-Man and the Wasp, a quantum mania. It's in cinemas from today. Let's take a look.
Let me make this easy for you. You will bring me what I need, or everything you call a life will end.
This is all my fault.
You may not want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
You thought you could win.
I don't have to win. We both just have to lose.
Hell yeah. It is epic.
That's before titles.
Yeah. So, Paul Rudd, the start of this film, we find Ant-Man, Scott, he's in a good place.
Yeah, he's in a good place. It's kind of after the events of Endgame and all of the other Marvel, you know, stories that we've seen before. So he's been to jail a few times. He's been to the quantum realm a few times. He's saved the universe.
Great shape.
He's like,
written a book. He's written a book.
He's like, okay, finally I can just rest. And he's kind of taking a little bit of a victory lap, but he gets some time now to spend with his daughter, which is what he wants.
Okay.
And things are good for 5 minutes.
Yeah. And your character, Hank, he's sort of semi-retired?
Henry to you.
Henry, sorry.
Hank is semi-retired. If in the second one, which is the Ant-Man and the Wasp, my wife, Michelle Pfeiffer, named Janet, has been lost in the quantum realms for 30 years. 30 years.
A long time.
You're selling this film one ticket at a time.
And we have a new member of our family, our granddaughter, Catherine, who makes a little faux pas. A little faux pas brings the whole family back to the quantum realm, which is what we try to get out of. You following this?
There'll be a quiz afterwards, Judi.
I'm going to separate you two. Separate these guys.
What is the quantum realm?
I'll be honest with you. I just found out about a week ago.
Tell me. The picture's over.
It's not okay. So, all right, the quantum realm is a really small place.
Well, it's really tiny.
Yeah, really tiny. You go down.
I mean, if you look at your pinky finger and you took the tip of a needle and just touched it, that's the size of the quantum realm.
So basically,
massive when you get down there.
Michael B. Jordan's following.
I am.
the movie takes place under Michael's fingernail.
No, let's get into this. Let's get into this because the new baddie in this movie is played by Jonathan Majors, who also is opposite you in Creed 3.
Wow.
I mean, he's having an amazing time right now.
I know.
He couldn't be more different in these films. It's extraordinary.
Right. Well, we were actually, he was getting ready to go film Creed, I think, right while we were fighting. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
He was in it. He was locked in.
He was in it.
He was ready.
I felt bad for you, even though I know you can handle yourself. I can't handle myself. And it was terrifying.
Because they're long fight scenes.
Really long fight scenes, and he is a good actor. He's in it, and the choreography was really, we mapped everything out, but. Occasionally you might miss a step, or and so it was pretty intense.
Wow. So, I mean, did you actually get hurt?
You cracked a rib, didn't you crack a rib?
I did. I cracked a rib. Not on Jonathan, on like a part of the set. I went to the side. It's like, it's padded.
Actually, someone else had action scenes with someone in this movie because Hugh Jackman, you've worked with the Wasp, Evangeline Lilly.
Yes, Evangeline Lilly on Real Steel in 2010.
Right,
That's right. And I never forget, actually, we had a kiss in the movie, and it was the first time at the premiere, as the scene was playing, I realised my son was there, who was 10, and I was like, oh, he's never seen me kiss anyone other than his mum. And I looked, as we're going for the kiss, I looked at him, he was like... and I looked up and he looked at me and he goes, you're in so much trouble.
And there's another nice connection on the couch because, Michael, you worked with Eugene, but a long time ago.
In the 70s.
1979.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was good in Montreal, Canada.
Montreal, Canada, and New York.
Yeah,
I believe.
In New York.
And this was your first movie.
That was my first film. Yeah.
We were right there.
And I know, and it was an amazing.
You were in Second City, weren't you before that?
Oh, before that, yeah, I was in Second City in 1979. I wasn't doing much, to be honest.
I was also very early in my career. I had finished. I did a Streets of San Francisco a series.
Yeah.
For a few years.
Yeah.
We
Come on. But yeah, we did this movie. I got the part. I'm not sure why I got it because when I auditioned for it, I was getting laughs.
Right.
In the audition, and I thought, well, there you go. Maybe this is not
the
profession
profession I thought it was
for you.
a drama.
Yeah, I thought it was a drama. So, and then they came and they said, no. It's like So I did get the part, but it was kind of nerve-wracking for me.
And look at us, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, what a lineup you got here, by the way.
It is crazy.
I mean,
It's not like this.
You don't find this in the States,
And now, Judi, you haven't worked with Michael, but you had a lovely honour from his father, Kirk Douglas.
I did indeed.
Yes.
I got invited to meet him.
Yeah,
because you
never to be
forgotten. The Santa Barbara International Film Festival.
It was. And he wasn't well at the time, but I did go and was invited to go and meet him, and I'll never forget it, ever.
I think we got a picture of the two of you together.
Oh.
There you are together. Yes.
Oh, I like that picture.
We'll get you one. 2017.
And we also shared a birthday.
Are you September 25th, too?
December the 9th.
One of he's right.
And I got so...
That's Dad's birthday. Dad's birthday, December 9th. This is Christmas.
We shared it.
Okay.
We shared it.
Must be me.
And earlier we were talking about getting in shape in films. So when you're Ant-Man, is there big pressure to kind of really bulk up for Ant-Man, or...?
Well, I try and get in shape, and there's a whole kind of regimen that I go through. I have in each one. I was doing it with this one, too, and working out simultaneously with Jonathan.
Wow.
Which, yeah, seemed kind of...
Yeah.
Is pointless.
But also, I'm thinking, like, Wolverine and Creed, they take their shirts off. Ant-Man never takes his shirt off.
Yeah, I stupidly realized that about halfway through filming. I'm like, why am I putting myself through this? This suit can do most of the work. But I did, and I like to think, oh, you know what, it gave me enough... my conditioning was good, and I was able to film throughout the day.
And we know he has great abs.
Yeah.
Even
Do we know? Michael talks of little else. Listen, we're out of time, and it's such a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much, and good luck with the film. Paul Rudd and Michael Douglas. Right, this is special time for music. With 60 million album sales worldwide, this pop superstar is the UK's most played female artist of the century. Here with a really amazing performance of the title track from her 9th studio album, Trustfall, it is Pink!
Too scared to fight for what we want tonight. Close your eyes and leave it all behind. Go where love is on our side. It's a trust fall, baby. It's a trust fall, baby. You and I and everyone alive, we can run into the fire. It's a trust fall, baby. Yeah, it's a trust fall, baby.
so much. Pink, this is Eugene, Michael, Judi, Michael, Paul.
I can sit on the floor. No, move. I have so much room over now.
Plenty of room for you.
Okay.
He put his hand down when I said
That old trick. Pink, that was amazing. We've got to talk about
Thank you.
Johan.
Yes, he's incredible.
Johan Bourgeois. How did you find him?
On the gram.
On the gram. Oh, in fact, I think I've seen an Instagram video of you.
I've been watching him perform for years, and I finally thank you for letting me do that. It's the least work I've ever done in a performance, so thank you.
Yeah, I mean, just incredible.
Yeah.
Just incredible. We should say that track is the title track of the album, which is out today. Congratulations. And when I heard that, we're, sourcing a trampoline for Pink, I assumed you'd be trampoline.
I know, I feel like I kind of let you down. But that wouldn't have happened. There would have been crash cart and medics.
But you've become famous now for doing these aerial stunts.
I am Pinkerbell.
Yeah, you really are. No, because you've watched the aerial stunts that Pink does.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's very scary. It's fun.
Scary.
I was afraid of heights, so I decided I had to do it.
But, I mean, that begs the question, why? Because lots of people go on tour and they stay on the stage and sing the songs.
My mom asks me why I won't do that.
I mean, look at
But why would you when you can do that?
That's you.
That's incredible.
But also, I love the ones where you're... let's see if we've got one here of you just going...
Seen the
these ones. I love these ones. That must be...
Yeah, that's really fun.
Yeah.
I can't describe it.
And are you singing live when you're up in those things?
Always. I've never lip-synced in my life.
But that must be so... so hard.
I don't know if it's hard because I'm a screamer. I don't sing ballads. I'm just like...
Is it a different feeling from the fans that you get the energy, versus being on
I get
stage?
to see everybody. I can see the one kid that had to drive his sister. 20,000 people. I'm like, you're the one. Don't smile.
I'm gonna win you over. Well, that kid can go and see you in tour because you're bringing Summer Carnival to the UK.
Yes.
Tickets are available now. It kicks off in Bolton on the 7th of June, and this is all big arenas, right?
Stadium.
Wow. And 2 dates in Hyde Park. They'll be amazing.
Hyde Park is magic. I did it once before, and it's magic. I heard last year's was the hottest day on record, so I'm trying to avoid that.
The chances of that happening again are quite slim. Pink, I can't thank you enough for that performance. It was just epic. It's really, really special. Good luck with the album and the tour. Pink, everybody! That is it for tonight. No time for red chairs, I'm afraid. So please say a huge thank you to my other guests tonight. Eugene Levy. Michael B. Jordan. Hugh Jackman. Dame Judi Dench. Michael Douglas. And Paul Rudd. Join me next week with singer Freya Ridings, The Mandalorians, Pedro Pascal, Oscar winner Ariana DeBose, and acting great Sir Patrick Stewart and Dame Helen Mirren. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Dame Judi Dench has a heart-to-heart with Louis Theroux. Press red for his interviews on BBC iPlayer. Lifestyle dilemmas and a young pretender. Channing Tatum is male stripper Magic Mike. Next on BBC One.